Hello everyone, welcome to day 4 web development workshop by Techvanto Academy. Our last workshop, day 3 workshop, we have worked with the Node.js, that is our backend development. So today we will be working how to make our API live and how to use our React framework, that is the main thing in web development. So let's start with that. So first of all, we will try to make our APIs live that we have created on Node.js, and they are currently local APIs. So let's start with this. So this is one of the free platform, open source platform, Heroku, that will give you a space to put your code and make your API live. So first of all, sign up to this, and after that just log in to your Heroku account. Meanwhile, let's see what our repository have. So in last classes we have our repository, that is Node.js workshop, that is repository workshop, and how to create a repository from your system. That I have explained your procedure. Again I will explain the procedure. That first of all, go to the folder where you want to save your database. Okay, so we have created yesterday a folder called Node.js, and in that folder we have our code for creating APIs. So we will go to that, and where the folder exists, go to that folder and click a right click on of your mouse, and then click git bash. If the bash is present, git bash is present in your system, so you will find an option called bash here. So click that option and you will find a command prompt from git, and just follow the procedure. First command is git init, the second command is git add dot, and the third command is git commit. So you need to write one message followed by -m. Okay, then after that you need to add the repository. Just copy the repository from your this address. You can find here in code here the HTTPS address link is given. Just copy this address there, and then the last command is git push -u origin and the branch name, whether it is a master branch or main branch, just push the code in that. So you will find that code is present here. We have created this app.js and with 1 DB that is created on the MongoDB and one collection here. So this code will be helping us to create the live APIs through the Heroku.com. Now we will move toward this. So go here on dashboard, you will find here an option called new. You can create a new app here, get a name for that app that must not be present anyways. So we will select a name, Cake API. So this name is available, and create an app. Now click to the option deploy, and now you have to deploy through the GitHub. So click to the GitHub, connect to GitHub, and now your GitHub account will be searched. So repository is connected. If you have not connected with your name, then just search here and get your name, then type a repo name. Here my repository name, that repo name is workshop. So I will search for that first of all, and now I can see here my repository is present. So I will click connect. Now you need to select your branch. I have my all code in the master branch, so I will deploy the same master branch and say deploy branch. So it get few seconds or few minutes to deploy. So deployment process is working here, and after that so click view. So here's some application error. That means we have some error in our code. So let's try first of all get the code, otherwise we will get an ready API and start with the React JS. Okay, let's start with the React JS. So let's first of all see whether this code is lagging. So we have our Mongo URL here, and let's move towards the Node.js folder, Node.js, and let's start npm start. So on localhost we are with running this 425. So this is and here by the root cake we have our data. Okay, so we will be using this localhost API for now. So just keep this localhost API for this. Actually, whenever you are having this folder, this repository, so you should not add this gitignore package log.json here. Only the app.json and package.json is required. So let's see one of the API. We will find our one repository in that. So let's get this repository. Okay, we have this API. So this is a kind of again cake API that we will be using further, but still we are using this localhost API for our further use. Okay, let's go to our code and terminate this code. Now moving towards the React.js. Now what is React.js or what is React? What is React framework? So there are many things called React, React.js, React Native, etc. So these all are the one thing that is a front-end framework. So React is a front-end framework that helps to build a single page application using components. Once again, React is a front-end framework that helps to build a single page application using components. And so one of the other definition about React is a JavaScript library for building the user interface. What is meant by user interface exactly? So what you see on your browser, just like if I open any website, right? I open this one npm. Okay, so this structure, you can say this is one icon, here some text, here some search box, etc. Things are coming over when I search here some React. Okay, so it is showing me the data over here. When I search this, the lots of data, lots of packages are coming over here. So where are these packages, where are they coming from? And you can interact with this. If I click this, it is connecting to the backend, right? And from the DB you are getting all this data. So this is all called as the user interface. That means the user can interact with any website. And what helps it? A user interface helps it. So React is used in development of single page web application as well as the mobile application, as it is optimal for fetching rapidly changing data that needs be recorded. Rapidly changing data means day by day the data is getting advanced, the data is getting changed, data is getting added, deleted, etc. So all these things can be done through a development framework, and React provides that development framework for the web applications as well as the mobile applications also. So React offers many inbuilt components, libraries for faster execution, just like elements like JSX, props, component, state and virtual DOM, etc. And many top corporations nowadays uses the React configuration to resolve their many interface related issues. So first React was developed by the Facebook, and so one of the most important feature of React is the React allows the creation of interface with smaller standalone entities, and also so the same code can run on the browser as a web application and on the Android and iOS devices as a native application. So you need not to create the different applications, you can run the same application for both systems. So to start the React application, Node.js must be installed. It is a prerequisite for the React application. Then open a folder in Visual Studio, open terminal and follow these commands. So first of all we will go to VS Code, then first create one folder. I will create one folder over here. So close all folders. I will say here React, and in that we will create our application. So route to the React folder, first of all cd React, and then type one command npm create npx create React app, npx create React app, and give a app name. I will say workshop. Okay, so simply workshop app. So we are starting our React application. If we have already a present React app somewhere generated, and once from your company or where you work you get the React app, or you want to start on your system, just say npm init and the application name npm init React app, or you need if you want to create one new React application, you can also start with the npm init React app and the application name. It needs few time to get installed. Meanwhile we will move to our npm. So it is having the packages. I will open the first one, React, and you can see here the package called React to work with. So it is a basic package of React that you can install. Just copy this command and paste on the terminal. Let's get run. You can see one workshop and the package.json is created over here. So this is our application name. You can create one another React application in the same folder. Let's get run. it takes few minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to get installed, because it is having many packages. You can see here node modules and the package.json. It's here. So I close this, and you can see node modules having many packages over here. Let's get installed. Meanwhile, we will talk about the React structure. So here React will be, we will find some structures, some packages called inbuilt packages in our package.json. So there will be called, first package will be a React package. So this is a main package. Then the second package is a React DOM package. So what does the React DOM package do? This package helps to build a JS with the HTML, JavaScript with the HTML. Whatever HTML you will write to see our to see the structure on our browser, and to make that structure working, we need to bind the JavaScript code with that HTML. Right, so JavaScript works behind the HTML that we can't see, but the functioning we can see, that is through the React DOM package. And then React script package that we will be having. So this helps to run the application. React script will help us to run the application. Now there are three types of components. First component is the functional component in React. It is called as the dump component, and it is used only for the displaying purpose. You cannot change, you cannot do anything that, you can only visualize the things. And then again here states cannot be maintained. The next component is our class component. It is quite heavy component, and it is a logical component, and we can call APIs there, maintain state, as well as displaying of the items or displaying of the data. Then the hooks component is the new topic, and it has given a new start to the React also, to make a functional component working. Then there are two things called state and prop. While working with the React, you always work with the state and props. So what are the state and props? So state act like a local variable. Every component have its own state. Scope of state will be in the same component. So what the things are, we will learn while working with the React. So just now the next thing, that is prop, that is it helps to transfer the data between two components. Okay, then let's start with the Heroku again. We will take one try for this application. Let's go towards our API again. Let's try to find the error. Okay, so this is the workshop API. Now again we will go to the deploy. Then you can disconnect from here first of all, and then again we will connect with the repository workshop, and we will try to connect for this live, making it live. Just connect it. Use deploy. Meanwhile it gets deployed, we will going to our React application. Build succeeded. It will just wait. If we get the first route, then yeah, we got the first route. And if I select this, so this is called as the live API. Okay, if I give you this API, you can open it from anywhere because it is live. So we can use this API now. So you don't need this localhost API then. So this is our live API, we can use this. Okay, now just move towards to your VS Code. Just wait for a second. So one more time we will open this. So screen is visible. Now you can see this package.json in a React workshop folder. That app we have created called workshop, and in that you can see the structure, node modules, public and src. These are the three folders here. Moreover, the git ignore file is present, then one package log.json and package.json, and one readme file is present. If I close this folder, then this all things are present over here. Now going to the package.json. See, this is a package.json. Here you can see the dependencies. So first three dependencies are for just for the testings and libraries, and then the next dependencies that are the React. This is a main dependency. It will show you the version of the React. Right now 18.2.0 version is getting used. Then React DOM, that is again it shows a version. Then React scripts. So what are the use of them? That your React is the main package. React DOM helps to bind the JS, with the HTML and React scripts. This helps to run the application. So how to run this application? So go to your terminal, open a terminal here, navigate to the path, so we will navigate to the path folder called React, and then to the our application workshop. So how to start this? The simple command npm start. So it will start an React application on the port number 3000 localhost port 3000 automatically. This is a React default port address. If this address is busy, then you will get a notification to start with the different port. Then if you say yes, then the 3001 port will be open and you will automatically move towards the localhost here to the browser. So it will get start. The React application is getting loaded here. Now we will till then we will move towards what is present inside the React folder. So this is a public folder, folder. So here one icon is given, they are called as fab icon, this index.html. Now every React application, whether it is having multiple web pages in it, but it will have only one HTML page, that is index.html. Every React application have only one HTML page, that is index.html, and it always be in the public folder. Others are some logo of React. These are React icon. Now you can see the localhost application is started here. Okay, I find here one link. If I click this, so the website React.js, we will be navigated to it, and you can learn the tutorials from this. And this is our localhost application. Okay, now go to your code. So this you need not to worry about these files. These are the inbuilt files. Then the src folder. Src folder will be having first file, that is called as index.js, and it has the basic code to run the React application. Index.js has the basic code to run the React application. This always run from the root. If I open this index.html, go to the public folder and open to the index.html. So here in body tag you will find div id root, and this function, const root function, will be starting from the id root. So you will get the document.get element by id root. So root id is provided through this .html, index.html, and whatever will be present inside this div will be presented to your web page. Now here this is the JS file, index.js file, here its CSS is written. Then one app.js is having some code that we have seen on the browser, one link to the React application information page, then some text over here, some header, and this is called as the function. This is JavaScript function, JSX element. The function name is app. And now the structure is, first of all you need to write one function, the function name, and in curly braces you need to return something. So what will you return? You need to return the HTML. Whatever the HTML we will write, that will always be inside the return statement. So return is the keyword that used to return all the HTML to the web page. Now we need to always export this app, export this function. This is here name is app. I can change the name, I can use any name, but you need to export this app to this index.html. Here you can see this app is exported. So you write we write the code like import app from the path of that app function, and here we have imported this app function. Now we will create one new JavaScript file here in SRC. So first of all we'll create one folder called component in SRC folder. And in SRC in component folder we will be creating one home.js, one header.js, and simply one CSS file, header.css. Now according to the rule of according to the rule of React, whenever you are writing any React code, you first of all need to import React from React. Now what is this React? So this is the package present in the package.json, and React is the module. Now I will write function here. The second rule is, whenever you are using a function name, I have used here function name header. So first letter, first alphabet must be capital. First alphabet must be the capital letter. Now here use a return keyword, and in that return, this is called as the fragment. Automatically this fragment get closed, and this export this default function header. If it has any problem, then automatically you will see here in problems if I don't use this. So you will see JSX fragment has no corresponding closing tag. Now this has a corresponding closing tag. Now we will use some JavaScript code here. This is called as a fragment, or you can write a React dot fragment here. So also close this React dot fragment and import. You can import from here. Just give a comma. So as it is a React 18, you need not to use like React fragment or anything. You can directly use the React fragment. Okay, then just simply write any code here. If I write like any h1 tag, So this is my home page, and I will save this. Now you need to display this, but this will not display because your index.js is having imported only app. So we will try to import here. Instead of importing, just import header from. Now give a path to it, src, then the component, and then the function, the file name, header. So I will just comment out this app, and here import simply header file, header component. So this component will be imported, and it is showing me an error. So just comment out the things. Now go to your browser and see. Terminal. So you can see our header component. This is my home page. Now then, starting with some routing. First of all, we will create one navbar here in header, then we will come to the routing. So one header folder, so header component, that is first of all use a nav here. And in React you need to use the class name instead of the simple class. So navbar or we can take a simply navbar inverse here. Close this. So duplication of this closing tag you should avoid, and then if I have some code of navbar in our bootstrap, then just use this. In code, yes. Just simply use this code, nav code here, and UL class. Save, and you can see here compiling, and if it is compiled, then we will go to our browser to check the updated code. Okay, so we have not added any bootstrap here, we can install a bootstrap. So go to your terminal, and then if you wish to add the bootstrap link, then you can add the bootstrap link in the index.html. otherwise just install the bootstrap here. So simply we will take this links, CDN links to the index.html of our React application, paste in the header, paste below this, save. So you can get to this navbar, right? The second way is you can install using npm I and the package name. Here if you go to the npmjs.com, you can see the bootstrap packages over there, and on the terminal just navigate to the folder and start writing npm I and the package name. So you can install that and use the links from them. Now we have some links over here, home and etc. We'll change to the close this, and then now this is an header coming through the React. Now you can see here ahref is showing some problems because in React anchor tag is not used. Here the link tag is used. So it is provided through the, you need to import the link from React DOM. So instead of using the ahref tag, I can write like this, link to the path, and here close this link tag. To the home. Okay, so link tag will be working for this. Now we will create one more page and try to link our React another component to this. So this is the component, and here I will create one more page, cake.js. Here again import React from React, then write a function called cake and return of that, and export this function. Export default cake. If I write something here, h2 heading, this is cake, and now I need to get this component through the link. Okay, through the link, instead of writing the home, I will write here cake. So remove this glyph icon, So for this I need one route. Then I need to create one router, so we will create one page called my router.js. Now why we need the router? So we are having many links in our single page application, right? So router helps you to create a path for your application. You cannot directly link any component to the another. You need to create a route for that. So router will having import the first of all import React from here. Then now import the browser router. Import browser router is the so browser router is a component that used to use one second, I will use the routes and then route and link. From this is provided from the React router DOM. Link is provided through the React router DOM. Okay, so we need to change here again in the header. This should be the React router DOM. One second. Save this and go to the my router. Now we will use all these things. So first of all create one function called function. So we will create it in the another way. You can create it like export default function my router, and again it will return your routes. So so router will be having, first of all we need to use our browse router. So browser router, select the suggestions, and in that make a use of routes. Now we need to decide the path. Okay, again put its screen to you. Okay, let me check, header is not working. So the code is here somewhere. So this is one header. We are using here link from React router DOM. Instead of using the ahref, we can use the link tag. So no more anchor tag is useful in the React application. Just copy this link tag to this. Okay, this link href coming from the React route, link tag is coming from the React router DOM. We will move towards the my router. My router is used to create the more routes. So it is written like route path and give here the path, and then element. So element will be here component name. Element will be your component name. So instead of using this, use a component name that is cake, and now close this. Now you need to import that first. Import cake from slash component slash cake. If I use here cake, then now this path, just copy this path and go to your header, paste over here to the cake. Okay, now import this router to the index.js. Here we are importing the header, but instead of importing the header, we will import the router, my router component directly. So all path can be taken from public component, and it is my router. So import this here, my router. Save every component. This is home, so we are not written anything in home. In header file we have linked this, and this is my router, and this is cake. Now go to your browser and refresh this. This automatically get refreshed because of the heavy load. This component React router DOM. Okay, my router. React route, import React router DOM. Okay, just will take again from React router DOM. Otherwise we will try to install the React router DOM. If it is not working, then we need to stop the okay. So go to your browser and open npm.js. npmjs.com, search for the React Router DOM and just get install the package over there. So copy this, go to code, terminate. You can again find the another command prompt, cd. Okay, navigate to the folder React, cd workshop, and paste that command. Let's get install. Module not found, that means this package is not present in your present React package.json file. So here I think, see, we don't have the React router DOM, so install that. Let's get install the package.json. Till then we will go to your cake, we'll design one more component for getting the cake API. So go to the component, create one cakelist.js, import React from React, then write a function cake list, and here first of all write a return of this, what structure we want on our HTML. So we want one div. In that div, the div class name equal to cake. We will just create one HTML structure so that the next work will be easiest for us. So use the card. Then div class name so card image, and in that we will take one src image src tag. So here there will be one image, and the alternative prop is it's compulsory in React code, and the closing of image tag is also compulsory for this. Just first of all export this component, export default cake list. Okay, then after this div create one more div, for the card body. So here we will display some name of the cake and everything. So first of all ch4 tag we will take. Now React router DOM is used. So it is one more error. Let me find. Okay, save this package.json, close this package.json, and this file. First of all, go to the terminal again. This is one more error. Let's resolve this. Go to the React application and browser router. Yes, not the mistakes. Yes. Browser router, and this is also a browser router, so I'll close this browser router here. Let's save and compile. Now the code is working. Okay, so we cannot see the header file here then in my router, because okay, so first of all go to the index.js again. Go to the index.js, then import the header from here also. Okay, save this. This terminal and header. This is the header. So in my router we will first of all import the header, then here import the header here. Let's try to import the header from okay. Now you need to wrap this inside the once again inside the fragment, so you will get the header as well as the routing also. Let's try whether our index.js is when this import the header and import as well as the router. So just save and go to the browser then. So just refresh. Why the browser header is not coming? Okay, first of all let me check. Okay, first header from the SRC component and export default my router. Export default header function header. Import header from SRC component header. Okay, just again import is this dot slash src slash component and slash header. Import header here. So router is not working. Let's drop this. We're not using the router right now. Comment this code and just import the header first of all. So simply why this is okay. Let's start the React app again, npm start, because of not restarting after installing the new package. It may happen that you cannot see the changes. Let's try to import this again. Let's get start the development server. First it will be starting on the 3000 because we have killed the that server, previous server, and it will start again. So let's wait for some time. Meanwhile we will so this is the cake component, cake list component. Now go to your browser and let's wait. This is in the router. It's why the hell header is not you can see simply try to getting the link. Wait a minute while we are working with the React link component. So that is not working well. Okay, so React router DOM, it's not working for the React 18 properly. So let's have one more try for the code again. Go to your import link from React router DOM. Simply try to use a make of link here, link to the path, and then again when compiling. Okay, so React link is not working. Let's get not use this right now. I need to use some class name. Let us check our package.json first of all. It should work. React router down. Yep, version is installed. Then why it is not working? Okay. Simply we will be creating one folder over here. Okay, let's get work with the class with the component cake list. It is a function component, and simply if I go to the index and below the header I will type the component name cake list and import this from here. Import cake list from /src /component /cake list. Okay. So use one CSS for this. There is one CSS called header. I will import this header CSS and import dot header dot css here, and use some code for these classes. So code for this dot, okay, header dot css dot card height and width. First of all we will decide. Width will be simply 300 pixel and height will be again 350 pixel, just we will take, and then some border, 1 pixel solid gray, and then border radius 8 pixel, and one box shadow like then the card image. This is the class card image and width will be 300 pixel, same, and height will be card image img tag for this, and its width will be 100% and height will be 100%. Okay. what is the error for this? Header.css, it's not here. Okay, slash header dot slash dot header dot css. Okay, let's get compile again and go to your browser. Let's see. We can see this card. There is no image. Okay, now we want this to be coming live. Okay, right now we don't have any image, so this all the data to be coming from where this API. I want this cakes to be here, that we have, right, all this data to be here on this page, our React web page. So how can I do that? So for this we need the API. And where is this API? This is the API. This is the API that we are going to use. Now go to our code. So I have created one component called cake. Here we will bind all this API. In cake list we will use the API, and we will bind all this data in the cake component. So I will just take this. Okay, now use this function cake here. Now this is called hooks component. Now we will make a use of hooks component. So hook is one of the thing that you can change the state in a functional component. Otherwise the function component is not able to change its state. It's not able to get the data from it's not able to get the data to be changed. So we will use the state, use state. So first of all we need to import our use effect and use state from React. Now this is called as an arrow function that is used for defining any function. Then the use of Axios. Axios actually used for taking the data from, fetching the data from the URL. There are, the Axios is a method. There are other some methods called fetch and then, fetch and dot then method. One is the async and await method, and here we will be using the Axios method for fetching your data from the API. So Axios we will use. Then here in use effect, make the use of Axios. Simply So we will write the method called get method, because we want the data from the API. So get is the method that will get the API. Now use one more variable here called URL, and go to your browser. First of all, copy that URL, that is live, and then go to again code, paste that URL in double quotes. Now here Axios, with Axios we will be using the promise that will return us something, dot then. So we want some response from the API. We want some response from the API. So we will get the response in the form of data here. Now set is the method. See, this is this effect. Okay, sorry. So we will be using here state. So creating a state where cake, set cakes is the state. This is called as a hook. Where cake, set cake, this is called as a hook from the use state. So set cakes will be having our response. It will handle our response. Okay. So the data, we have taken one prop as a data, name data, then write an error message for this. So if we are having any error from the API, then we will get the error. So error, then now console. I have already explained the use of console while learning the JavaScript. Error from KK, and call this error callback function. Okay, so this is one of the callback function we are using, Axios. Then now as we are using the use effect, we need a blank array here. We need a blank array here. So that blank array is used for calling use effect only on mounting, only on mounting. So what is called as mounting? Whenever you are going from one link to another, whenever you are navigating from one link to another on any browser, on any website, that data is displayed to you. This is called as mounting. This is called as mounting. That happens through the state change, and this is called as the process of mounting. So while mounting any data, blank array is used for calling use effect. That means this data, if data is present, then this data should be shown. This data from the response should be shown, and if it is not, then give the blank array. Now here you need to map the data. So how to map the data? In return we will map all the data here. So just keep this as usual and make a div below that. Use a style prop here, styling some margin left we will use, because our card is going inside, so we will use this. And now we will try a mapping. So we have a cake list component here, so we will use this component. First of all, import this component, import cake list from we can directly import this, like simply see how dot slash cake list. Okay, because it is both the functions are in the component folder, so we can now pass the props cakes, then dot map, here, and one more. So it will return us cake list. We'll use some discount term there. We are not having any discount term in that, so this one, and the data that we want, so each prop will be used. Okay, then move towards to your so that hook name is cake or cakes, cake. Okay, so here take cake, right? Now save this and go to the cake list. Now here pass the props. You need to pass the props to the cake list, so that props coming from this cake will be handled here. Now here we will use props dot data dot. Okay, now go to your browser and see what is the image. It is a image. Okay, so field name is image. Copy that and again go to the code, paste over here props dot data dot image, and here bind this data like this, props dot data dot it's a cake underscore name. Let me see, confirm, cake underscore name, and the second one is price, so it will be here props dot data dot price. Let's see this is coming or not. First of all, save all these things and again we okay. So one more thing that we need to get this component over in here index.js. We are taking the cake list, so instead of taking the cake list we will take the cake component. Let's have this cake component. What is the error then? Axios. Okay, so again I need to install the Axios first. So go to the browser then and search for the Axios package in npm. Axios copy command. So install Axios then. So again npm start, then let the React, see here you can see React script starts, right? So it helps to start our development server. Let's just refresh this, try to refresh this. So see, we can see first of all go to your code again and just adjust that header.css. this is a card and we will provide some margin. Percent here and display inline block. Let's hit compile. So inline block is not working here. Then wait a minute, I should make them a flex. Then let's try to make a flex, but all these are coming from the your live API. Okay, all this is coming from your live API. Okay, so this is not, don't use the display here, just simply go to the cake list and here is the div. Okay, so style, make a style of this, that is display flex and flex direction. And just make column first of all. Take a style down here. Okay. Flex direction, change the flex direction, try to change the flex direction then. Again it is coming down. Why? Okay, let's go to your browser, open this, inspect, make it a column. Okay, it is not working. Stick to the cake. Display inline block. I will try for this and just display flex. Okay, no, this is not possible. Display inline block, so it is not working over here again. So for this cake, just try display flex and all the properties that display flex direction will be the row, and then one more property that is align items center. Okay, so this is not also working, then why? Wait a minute. Justify content. Between. Okay, so this is also not working. Then let's try for the code. One more div we need to add over there. Okay, then this is header, this is a card. Save this, go to the cake list. Go to the cake, now here this is the div, so we will try display flex direction. This direction will be the row. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, it is working. Then we need some margin between that. So how to get a margin to them? margin between items. Okay. So just apply one margin to the header class cake here, margin to the cake class. So dot cake and say margin 2% and save this. So required CSS is okay, also that is wait a minute, justify, instead of using the justify content we will try justify item, we will try to use the justify content. Then let's try save again and let's see. Okay, so they are okay. So you can find the CSS, better CSS for this. Then so the basic goal of us that we are having this data from the API, so that we have pursued, that is, this is a React framework and we can get the APIs from them. One more thing to the header, just put this anchor tag over here. First of all, hash one more thing. Make the contents of navbar visible. Okay, so this is our React application, a simple React application that we are getting the code here. If I have some let me adjust the seeds. Taking one more API, I can so with the use of function component we have displayed the cake items over there by using one API created at backend. Now let's try to make a use of header. Create one, getting one search bar there. Is there any search bar? Okay, we will try to create one search bar here. Go to the code and here. So take the input, type equal to text, and last name, that is form control, one placeholder, just like type here. Close this, save, and see whether we are getting on the nav bar. Okay, just put some margin style here, some style of this. So margin top we need, that is some 2%. Okay, I am getting this. Now save, and let's check our browser. Okay, I have here one. Okay, now if I want to search something, like if I type the butterfly, it is not searching right now, it is not active. So we will be creating the code for this. So for this we need one event handler. Okay, event handler. How to use the event handler in React? So event handler means one function. So on change function we will use. On change of text we need something to be done. So this dot handle change. Now handle change is the function that will be performed on change of the text. So here, so for this we will convert this function component into the class component. How to convert this function component in the class component? Just use class header instead of this, extends component, and this will need a render. Class component will always need you the render, and this render will have all your return function. Render will return all the things. So render will consist of the return function. So this return we will paste here. Okay, and component. So this is a React component. Then a class component will always have the constructor. So constructor, what is the use of constructor? Constructor constructs the method. Whenever the state update, it will call the render, but first a constructor will get called. Constructor is the keyword, and we can pass the props. We can use the props through the constructor. So constructor is the keyword, super is the keyword used with the set of constructor. Without the use of super, constructor will not be working. So, and this is the keyword used to update your state. Now this is a stateful component. Class component is the stateful component that we will be using. Some one prop we will take something called user input, some text. Okay, so this is in a single quote. Now use that function handle change here. Change pass a parameter called event. Now this event means whenever we will change anything text in that, this event will be handled. So this dot props dot user input, we will take a dummy user input prop here, event dot target dot value, and this user input prop we will send from the cake. Okay, now this is the header, and so here where we are using this header here. So in header now we will call this header in our cake API, so that will be here useful for us. Let's try header, and from the import header. Okay, so import this header here. Now use this prop header input here and data that we want to filter, we will filter. So take one function, this dot filter cake here, and pass the data to that, and use this filter cake function above. Below the use effect we will use this function. So filter cake function here, again user input as a prop, and then write a function for this const. We will take some output here, one variable output, and this dot again this is not a state, so this is not a class component, so we will use this needs to be turned into the okay. Is this a class component? So for this we need to use both the class component, but we have already used the function component, right? Let's try to get the data also again. Okay, so we have one hook, right? Cake, so we will be using that. Cake dot filter. Filter is the function of JavaScript data. Then let's try to return this. What it should return? It should return some data dot cake underscore name. Okay, return simply data dot cake underscore name, and just make it as a JavaScript functions to lowercase, that any keyword, any case letter we will search. Index of user input, user text dot to lowercase. 1 second. This should be the user, this should not be the user input, this should be the user text. So the user text we will use here, to lowercase, and again here to lowercase. Make it as a function, and these all are the some JavaScript functions, guys. Okay, so this is, let me make it a const first of all. Okay. Now set state, set cakes we will use here, and we will pass one prop here, filtered, and it will say output. Try to pass. Okay, let's try the thing, or we will let with this to this. Now cake list, from the cake list we will try to get this. We have already data, but okay. So this is a function component, and right, so we will not be using this code here. Okay, so because of the function component, the class this will not work. This, okay. So we will keep this header instead of using in the index.js, and this header input. So handle change function, remove this. So this is the way how we can display any data to the browser. Okay, let's go to the browser and so okay, two headers are coming. Why the two headers are coming? Save this. Okay. So guys, this is the React framework, and you can learn many more things with the React framework. Then creating multiple web pages and in a single web application. Routing. Okay. So this is the web development day 4 workshop. Thank you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Techvanto Academy for more videos and for more courses. Thanks for joining.